my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing something a little different for this blab and be. So this is something I've been wanting to try out for a while. So basically what I'm gonna be doing today is I'm going to talk about a movie that was bad. And just discuss the movie, go through, talk about it. So yeah, and I thought we would start with Coming to America, which came out last week, I believe. I watched it just this past weekend. So while we talk about Coming to America, I'm gonna do my makeup because I still have my makeup channel, kind of. So yeah, let's jump right in. Let's get started. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. All right, so Coming to America is a sequel. It's Coming to America 2, but they don't say Coming to America 2 because the 2 is the whatever. So the movie starts with Akeem and Lisa being woken up by their 3 daughters on their 30th anniversary, which is very fitting since the movies are 33 years apart or something. The movie came out in like 1988, so it's about 30 something years apart. And so then it jumps to us basically catching up with all the characters that we saw in the first movie, the Rose Bearers, the King, Semi, the best friend. Did we see no, we didn't see the King yet, but you see kind of everybody, the announcer person. You gotta see a lot of people from the first movie, everybody who was in the kingdom at least. You get an introduction to the daughters, all that stuff. I don't know why I always think I can do my eyebrows and talk at the same time, but I definitely cannot, and I need to learn that already, to just stop. Then we move on and we get to meet the antagonist of the movie, who is General Izzy, and it's played by Wesley Snipes. So basically Wesley Snipes storms the castle. I don't even know how that would happen, because how the fuck you just let any, ooh, Aaron, watch your mouth. But why would anybody just be able to run up in your castle? I don't understand that. Like, there's no guards, there's no nothing. But I guess for the purpose of this movie, he could just walk up into the castle anytime he wants. So he walks up into the castle. So basically, General Izzy's sister was arranged to get married to Akeem in the first movie. And we actually see the sister is still bouncing, hopping on one leg and barking since the first movie. Mind you, it's been 30 something years. I get that was for comedic relief, but why wouldn't you tell her to stop hopping up on one leg? That doesn't, anyway. So that's why General Izzy is mad, because his sister is still hopping up on one leg, which Akeem could have just released her from at any point, but he doesn't for some reason. Also because their nations were supposed to be united with that marriage, and obviously that didn't happen. So he's like, first of all, they come in doing this dance number. This entire movie, plot, subpar, but the dance numbers, the music, the outfits, beautiful. What did Aretha Franklin say?
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
So General Izzy is then calling for Akeem's daughter, one of Akeem's oldest daughter, to marry his son, because Akeem only has daughters, so he doesn't have an heir to his throne. So he's calling for his daughter to marry General Izzy's son. Did I say that correctly? And then General Izzy's son walks in looking corny as hell. The son is like the guy from, I think he's from Empire. He's not from Empire. I don't remember where he's from. He's from he's not from Empire, he's from Power. That's where he's from. Regardless, he was cute. He's a cute guy, but he looked mad corny. And Akeem's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And General Izzy's like, well, something needs to happen. You finna die. And that's how the scene ends, basically. And they leave. And I think they leave dancing again. Because anytime General Izzy shows up, no, there's gonna be music and there's gonna be dancing. Also, sorry if you can like see the sun on the side of my face. It's 6 o'clock, the sun is setting. So you're just gonna have to excuse me for that one. Okay, so So then Akeem goes up to talk to his dad, who's on his deathbed. Something I'm gonna note right quick is that the mom is never, like, the mom is mentioned once at the end of the movie, and I guess we're just left to assume that she's died already. I don't know if they couldn't get her because she's busy, or if the original character, the person who played the original character, has passed on herself or what, but literally they didn't mention this woman at all. At the end of the movie, Akeem mentions her because he decides to like think like her. We'll get to that. But like they didn't mention if this woman passed on herself. Like they didn't be like, yeah, ever since mom died, nothing. There's just no mention of her, which bothered me. Like, y'all could say something about her at the very least. But yeah, so dad is on his deathbed, and the dad's like, you don't have an heir and you're weak. You can't. the kingdom will crumble if it's left to only you, which doesn't make any sense. Like, if the father is gonna die, Akeem's the one taking over the kingdom next. It's not Akeem's son if he had one. So I don't understand why all this fuss was being taken over. Like, yeah, this is an issue that needs to be solved, but like Akeem is the one who's about to take over the throne. I don't know why we have to keep calling Akeem weak every 10 seconds. Regardless, Akeem's still about to take over the throne, and if you didn't feel like he was fit, maybe you should have had another child, in my opinion. But again, this was just a sub-tier plot to make a second movie that wasn't necessary. But hey, you know, what do I know? My pocket's not getting lined. So then this is where we find out that apparently Akeem does have a son. And there's a flashback to, I'm getting really off track here. There's a flashback to back to when they went to America 30 years ago. And there was that bar scene, if you guys saw the first movie, that bar scene, you know, where they went out, Semi and Akeem, and went out and they like did the speed dating thing. So basically, I guess at that time, Semi had tried to get him some, and they went back to the apartment with two girls, and while Semi was getting him some, the girl that was left with Akeem essentially, okay, real quick trigger warning, because this is a sensitive topic they just brushed over in the movie. The girl drugged Akeem, basically. She blew some kind of smoke in his face and then assaulted him. This is really brushed over in the movie, but that's not cool, clearly. It wasn't consensual. He doesn't even remember it. He clearly didn't remember it. He didn't even remember that a child occurred, and he had to be told by Semi that it even happened, which is very scary. But nonetheless, apparently he has a child, and I have a couple of questions about that. One, I don't like the fact that no one even talks about the fact that, you know, the man was assaulted. And how does Semi and the father even know that there was a child conceived out of that? As far as we should know, it's a one-night stand. But again, I guess this is just a sub-tier. It's just a plot just to make a second movie, like, because it doesn't make any sense that they should even know that a child came out of that. Because they never went back to that bar again. They never, as far as we know from that movie, they never even engaged in nightlife again. So, and even in the scene in the second movie, they never even talked about going in nightlife again. So how did y'all even see the girls again to know? And I'm kind of jumping ahead in the movie, but okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'll get back to it. Okay, so now they're headed back to America. They go back to the same exact neighborhood they went to 30 years ago. Everything's been gentrified except for the barbershop from the first movie. All the same characters that were played by Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall are still in there. So now we see the son. His name is Lavelle. He's 30. and he's pretty much got nothing going on for his life. He's a ticket scalper. So Akeem meets him outside of some basketball or football game or something. It was a basketball game, and tells him who he is. Lavelle believes him real quick, a little too quickly for my liking. I'm sorry. Some strange person comes and tells me that they're my father. I wouldn't just be like, oh my God, yeah. Like, but whatever. So then they all head back to Lavelle's house, and Lavelle questioned his mother. This is the part that I really have an issue with here. So when they go back to the house, the mom instantly remembers Akeem. And so Lavelle is like, is this my father? And the mom is like, you know, it might be. Because I was hoeing around. And I'm just like, okay. So this goes back to what I was gonna say earlier. How did Semi and the father, you know that he had a son then? Because she didn't even know that this was the father. She said it might be. It might be. And nobody else questions this. Nobody else questions the fact that she says it might be but me. Nobody. Everybody is willing to breeze past that. We're talking about somebody who's going to take over your kingdom, and everyone's okay with it might be. That's a possibility. I don't like that. I'm sorry. And they never once got a blood test ordered. Again, this is somebody who's taking over your kingdom, a whole kingdom, and y'all don't want to order a blood test. Okay. Okay, it's not even my kingdom. Why do I care so much? Okay, so they all head back to Zamunda now. I need a dark black or something. This is not working. So they all head back to Zamunda. General Izzy comes back to the castle. He walks in like he owns the place, because clearly he does. There's no security, no guards, or nothing. Clearly Zamunda is the most lax place ever, because again, I don't understand how this man just walks in like he owns the place. But he does. So General Izzy comes because he hears that Akeem has come back with a son. So General Izzy comes to basically offer up his daughter, who is played by Tiana Taylor, and she comes in looking sickening. Okay, when I tell you, again, anytime General Izzy is on the screen, know there's gonna be a song and know there's gonna be a fantastic dance move. That scene was honestly probably the best part of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. I audibly gasped when I saw Tiana Taylor. She looked fantastic. And when she started dancing and she started singing, because they started singing a Prince song, her and the Lavelle character, they started singing a Prince song together. That was pretty good. Otherwise, this movie was okay. He offers up his daughter for marriage since there's now a son. And then Akeem was like, do you want to get married to her? Knowing that the man that Lavelle is going to choose by his the brain in his pants. So now they're arranged to get married. So now we're gonna see, but basically a whole bunch of clips of like Lavelle learning to be a prince, and he has to like learn to like walk properly. He has to like learn the history. He also has to learn to, he has to like clip the whiskers off a sleeping lion. What else? Oh, the oldest daughter is pissed because she's been basically training her entire life because she assumed she was gonna get the throne naturally because she's the oldest. But the rules, like most kingdoms, is that women can't ever hold the throne. So that's, I guess she just assumed her dad would change the laws for her, which I agree with. This is how I thought the movie was gonna. I thought that they would blood test this man, find out that he's not the son, and she would get the throne. Or I thought that Lavelle would realize he's not really cut out for this life and he would leave, because there were like a couple of points where he started getting really frustrated. So I thought he would just leave, and again, the daughter would get the throne, because I just want her to get the throne. I just felt like she deserved it. So that's what I thought, I thought the movie was gonna end. But instead, they made this movie basically a direct parallel of the first movie, because how much lazier could you get? Because Lavelle realizes that he doesn't want to be part of an arranged marriage, and he begins to catch feelings or fall in love, if you will. I'm sorry, I hate saying fall in love, because the whole idea that you can fall in love with someone in like less than a week or a month, I don't believe in that. Sorry, if you do, good for you, but I don't. I really don't. Y'all don't even know these people. Anyway, and he falls in love with the royal barber, and they run off during Lavelle's engagement party. And if you remember, during the first movie, during Akeem's engagement party is when he decided he wanted to go to America. Lavelle left to go to America with the royal barber during the engagement party. So again, another direct parallel. This movie draws a lot of parallels to the first movie. So Akeem goes to America to go get them. I look pale. I look really pale. Oh my God. That ColourPop concealer does me dirty when I use it with no foundation. I don't know why I did that to myself. This looks worse. I'm gonna fix it. Okay, so Akeem goes to America to go get them, and they're getting married, which Lavelle and the barber. She has a name, I don't remember, I'm so sorry. Lavelle and the barber are getting married, which they definitely only did for like, oh my God, like shock value, because oh my God, Akeem has to stop them in time before they get married. But there was really no reason for them to be getting married. Like, y'all could have just ran off. Y'all didn't have to rush and get married right away. Again, y'all barely knew each other. I didn't see the purpose of them getting married just like that. It didn't make any sense, except for like, just for like, what's it called? Like, just for extra dramatics, essentially. They didn't need to do that. But as Akeem is trying to like stop them, he then makes the decision to think like his mother. He basically asks himself like, what would his mother do? And he decides to let them get married, and he'll figure out another way out of his problem. And he decides to let them get married, but then they decide they don't want to get married there, and they all go back to Zamunda together. But meanwhile in Zamunda, General Izzy walked up into the castle again, because where's the security? But he walked up in the castle to see if Lavelle had returned, because I said Lavelle had left during the engagement party. He wanted to see if Lavelle had returned, and if there indeed was going to be a wedding today, if there was going to be an issue. The under eyes, don't talk about it, okay? It don't look that bad in person. I promise it don't look that bad in person. Okay, what was I saying? So General Izzy stormed the castle because he wanted to see if Lavelle had returned and left. Okay. So basically then a fight ensues, so all the sisters and Semi end up taking him down. And so then they end up, because he was taken down, the oldest daughter is like, so now can we speak diplomatically? And then they end up reaching some kind of agreement, I guess. Yeah, they end up reaching some kind of agreement. They never discuss what the agreement is, but I guess they're cool now, because now we fast forward, it's Lavelle and the barber's wedding, and General Izzy and Akeem are chatting it up like it's cool. I guess the trade waters or something. Something is open again. Basically, they're cool. Now Akeem is telling the daughter that he's gonna change the law so she can become queen when it's time. And that's it, the movie's over. This movie was not good, to say the least. It wasn't good, but it was beautiful to look at. Like, truly, truly beautiful. Like, the costumes, the set, the music, the dance, all of that spectacular, okay? An entire black cast, beautiful. But the plot, The plot was so terrible. Who wrote this? And I mean, like, really, who wrote this? Because it's very clear that they didn't even try. It's very clear that they said, let's just write a movie. Hell, let's just do something, you know? Y'all gonna watch it anyway because, I mean, Coming to America, the first movie was so good. I know that y'all are gonna watch it for nostalgia purposes, so it doesn't have to be good. That's exactly why this was written. And maybe I'd be a little less harsh on it if I had seen Coming to America when I was younger, but I literally saw the first movie last week. So I have no nostalgia for this movie. The first movie was real cute. But trust me, I got beef with that movie too. But for this movie, the plot was, there were so many holes in this plot. It didn't even add up. It didn't even make sense. It didn't even make sense. Why did y'all not blood test the son? He might not even be yours. To this day, he might not even be yours. Y'all never even checked. That is still bothering me. I have literally watched this movie days ago, and randomly I go, what if that's not his son? He got the whole key to the kingdom and he might not even be related. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want me to do more of these, please let me know, because let me tell you, if there's one thing I love, is terrible movies, okay? Coming to America 2, not terrible, but I love, love, love terrible movies. I love bad movies. So if you guys want me to do like more blabbing beats on movies, if you like this, then I can definitely do this, because I love these. So I definitely want to do these more. If you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your thoughts on Coming to America 2 down below. And if you aren't already, please go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, spread love, be kind. Bye guys.